Oh, this is Ron here, and I'm doing a comparison between the Action 5 Pro from DJI and the Ace Pro 2 from Insta360. I'm going to do a walking test. I got these both mounted up. I'm going to show you a picture here of how I got them mounted. Do a side-by-side test in the park here to see which one you like the video quality best. To stabilization, any different way you're looking at the camera. Well, everybody has their particular needs and wants out of a camera, but you're going to see it all here as far as sound. We're going to be recording, and it's also a very hot day here. I'll show you on the phone the weather app's temperature, but it's over 90 today with the heat factor, and it's very sunny. So you'll see how each camera's, if any of them are prone to overheating or shutting down or anything like that due to the warm temperature. So yeah, so a lot of this video is just going to be me talking and pulling the camera away from myself. I don't think you need to see me the whole time. You'll probably be able to tell more if you just look at what's in front of me. Maybe I'll do a little vlogging at some point or another here. So yeah, but I have both these on 4K 30, and everything else is on about auto as possible. Auto set, auto white balance, auto exposure, auto this, that, and the other. So man, I will do no editing in post here. You're just gonna see them straight from the the cameras when I post them to YouTube. So okay, well, no further ado, let's get this walking test started. Okay, we're starting the walking test here. I have the Insta, I'm going to stop saying Insta360 DJI. I'm just going to say the name of the camera. The Ace Pro 2 is in the ultra field of view mode, and the Action 5, I'm going to not say Pro anymore either. The Action 5 is in wide, so I think that's pretty much equivalent. I believe the Insta360 has more of these field of view modes than DJI does. DJI, I think, only has like 3 or something like that. But anyhow, I think these are about as close as I can get as far as wideness. So I'm going to kind of walk a little close over here to these trees here, see how things look up close here. And now DJI has, the Action 5 Pro has HDR on, which is kind of the bone of contention for many people here. You can't turn it off. So Insta360 has HDR that you can turn on and off, so it's on here to kind of keep things equal here. So both of them are in their HDR formats here. And this park here, I'm sorry, I'm blowing a bunch of flies on me today. It's probably going to be a short test if these flies are bad. This surface here has just been resurfaced here lately. I may have to quit here. These bugs are getting real bad. I didn't realize they were going to be like this today. We've had bad weather for like the whole spring, and now that not the warm weather here, the bugs are here too. So yeah, this is a small city park across the street from my house, basically. Ball fields here and everything. A lot of activity here in the spring and fall, not so much in the middle of the summer. Used to be a male adult baseball league around here, but I don't think that seems to be anymore here. Now we're going by where they the park people keep their mowers and things like that. We're going to come up to a parking lot here pretty soon, where they have these little basketball courts. They have like a camp by the sea for this Jewish community center, which is right around here. So they're getting ready for that. So we're going to cut across the parking lot and keep on the path here. Change hands here. Here's a building here that got batting cages and stuff inside there. Yeah, so you hear a lot about people doing low light testing. Well, this is just the opposite. This is the good light testing. We're in the middle of the day here. There's no low light at all today. Plenty of sunshine high above us here. I told you about the park being, they've resurfaced part of it. Looks like it's still closed up ahead here. So we're gonna have to stop pretty soon. So I have image stabilization turned on both these cameras here. Rock Study is what it's called for DJI's camera. I don't know exactly what they call it for Insta360. So yeah, we can't go past this point here, so we're gonna turn around here, come back, See how the light looks this direction. We'll try to get more sky in here for you too, because I know a lot of people don't like what the Insta360, not the Insta360, the Action 5 does to the sky. You know, they say it makes it look bad, unreal. I forget what their big complaints are. I'm not shooting this in DLOG-M today, but usually I just shoot the I almost always use DLOG-M on the Action 5, so I never encounter any of those, you know, HDR issues, because on, you know, DLOG-M you don't see any of those effects. They're only apparent in you know, regular shooting mode, which is again in HDR, stuck in HDR with no way of turning it off. Alrighty. See some bleachers here. See how that looks here. You know, I've used both of these cameras extensively since I got them last fall, and I like to use the Action 5 Pro when I'm using another camera, like typically a drone in the video, and I can, you know, put both of them in DLOG-M, both modes in DLOG-M, and that enables me to be able to match through editing, through, you know, color grading, to kind of match the footage up here so it kind of looks the same, you know, where if I'm shooting a video where I'm only using the Action camera, I got no B-roll coming from a drone or 360 camera or anything else like that, phone, I'll just use the Ace Pro 2. It does produce, you know, very nice colors, you know, very nice video quality. It's only in 8-bit, where of course the Action 5 Pro is, I think it's always in 10-bit. I don't think it does less than 10-bit. I'll have to look at my notes on that, but yeah, so it offers 10-bit, where the other one offers 8-bit, the Insta360 or the Ace Pro 2. And the Ace Pro 2 also, it has a flat color profile, but it doesn't have like an official, doesn't have a D-Log thing that's really flat, you know, that's easy to grade and match. So that's kind of some of the cons of the Ace Pro 2, but you know, some of the pros are, again, it's good in low light, and the Action 5 is also good in low light, but some claim the Insta360 is even better. So good in low light, good colors, looks good in auto. You know, if you don't want to mess with anything, you just want to shoot, does a very good job with that. So that is something to consider. Both price wise, I think the Ace Pro 2 is a little pricier than the Action 5 is. The Action 5 has been on sale, it's been reduced. Maybe they were the same when they came out, but you could typically pick the Action 5 up for a little bit less money these days. So that's something to take into account also. So, you know, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these cameras. Just a matter of whether you need the more professional features that the Action 5 offers, such as in the D-Log-M, 10-bit color. Just makes it easier for the edit. Sound, you know, you're going to be able to judge the sound quality here. The sound is relatively the same on both of them, but another advantage of the Action 5 Pro is you can get DJI's wireless mic 1, mic 2, and now they have a mic mini. Insta360 has just released their own little wireless mic, and it is compatible with the Ace Pro 2, but it's still kind of hard to get, and a lot of reviewers have some complaints about it. I will be getting it in soon. I will test it soon, but as of right now I can't comment on it, but at least they do have a wireless mic offering for people that want to vlog. One thing that's nice is for the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is that when you hit the power button, it starts up much faster than the Action 5 does. I mean, it almost starts up instantly, where the Action 5 takes a little bit of time to get going. Once you're on, when you hit the record button, it's almost instantaneous, but again, much better startup time for the Ace Pro 2. So, okay, doing more typical vlogging here, where you're looking at my face here as we go along here. I don't typically do a lot of this, but this kind of video is the only video some people do. So kind of heavy in my arm here because I'm holding both cameras at the same time. But we're walking in a few shadows here. You know, you'll be able to see how my face looks, how my eyes look, things like that, for one camera versus the other. Remember, these are on auto. I can make the Action 5 Pro look much better. If I shot it in D-Log and took it in the Final Cut Pro, or your editor of your choice, applied DJI's own you know, Action 5 left to it, it would instantly, you know, make the video look much better. Then you're going to see out of this test when I just have it in, you know, kind of a auto mode here. So I think I'm shooting, you know, both of these in, you know, the .265 Kodak, because I'm an Apple user, so that's kind of a real Apple friendly Kodak, and it's a better Kodak, more efficient, typically looks better. I'm not a big Kodak person, so if you disagree with me, you disagree with me. I'm not going to argue back or whatever. Yeah. So you hear that car going by here. I don't know how it's picking up the audio outside of my voice. You know, that's the problem, you know, when you use a mic with, you know, especially a wind muff on, you know, it's great for recording your voice, but it doesn't get any ambient noise around you. Sometimes you don't want the ambient noise, sometimes you do. So I'm going to switch arms here. My arm's getting a little tired here. I'm going to probably rock the camera here. Okay, we switched arms here. Both cameras don't seem to have any problem in the heat. I don't think either one's turning off. When I touched them a few minutes ago, they did not, you know, they'd seem warm, but not like burning up warm. So, all right, here we go here. Entering the resurfaced area again here. I don't know if I should be going down here or not. We'll go out here to the ball fields here. Here we are around the dugout here. Let me turn these off. Let me just turn around on the stick here. Here you go. Here's the ball field. Kind of pan to the left here, down to the right. It's the main ball field here. A lot of the adults league play here. I don't think so much anymore, not this summer. There's a dugout. It was busy this spring with the kids. Tennis courts over here beyond this fence here and the bench. So yeah, I think we're about done on the test here. I hope you can tell, you know, whether you like the video quality. You know, I mean, for my money, both of them produce pretty good video quality, and audio's, you know, about the same on both of them. So I will put links down below, of course, if you'd like to purchase one of them. Please consider using my affiliate links here. Here's like the tennis court through the fence. Some flowers here. Yeah, so if you have any questions at all about either camera, you know, put them down below in the comments. I will try to answer questions if you want to see something in a particular video. Now, I know everybody's going to say, oh, low light video, low light video. I've done some low light testing with both these cameras in the past here. Maybe not side by side, so maybe I will get to that someday. But it was the first day of summer yesterday, so, you know, I got a lot of light now. You know, the light lasts until... you know, real late now, so it's hard to get out in low light anymore. It's mostly sunlight this time of year, but I will try to do a low light test before I wrap kind of up this series of these on these cameras here. And of course, you know, it's that time of year where fall you guys start thinking, well, will there be an Action 6? Will there be a Ace Pro 3? You know, you never know. More of the baseball diamond through the fencing here. Okay, we're going to wrap this up, folks. We'll see you back in the studio for final conclusions here.